Hi, this is Jade Whiteside reporting live for NYFA News. Right now we are located in downtown Brooklyn. I wanted to explore the topic of gentrification. As a native Brooklynite and someone who has been affected by gentrification, I wanted to hit the streets and hear from the people themselves when it comes to this topic. So let's check out what they had to say.
I lived in Bed-Stuy and now I live in a suburb of Brownsville, Ocean Hill, okay?
When you look up the word gentrification, it defines as the process of renovating and improving a house or district so that it conforms to middle-class tastes. To some Brooklynites, the transformation of their neighborhoods has left a bad taste in their mouths.
Like, I grew up in Bed-Stuy, Malcolm X, Monroe between Malcolm X and Stuyvesant. The little stores and stuff that's along Malcolm X is so nice. And I'm like angry because why we gotta go through all of this to get this, as opposed to why couldn't you have nice little stores without everybody having to have to pay $2,399 a month for a one-bedroom.
Walking around in the downtown area of Brooklyn, those who were once familiar with the area now identify it as unrecognizable.
For me, a lot of it has been negative because obviously they're so-called underdeveloped or low-income people in these communities that unfortunately get pushed out due to big-time developers who sort of don't really care about people who don't have the means to afford their rents or the products and services that they provide now in the communities.
There's nothing wrong with new and fiction, right? But if it's only for certain people, then that's a problem.
Throughout the years, many shops, playgrounds, and homes have been torn down to make room for newly renovated buildings. Walking down Flatbush Avenue, the streets remain busy. The constant changes are obvious to those familiar with the area. When it comes to those who have been a part of gentrification, they cannot help but to identify the process as race-driven as they watch their Brooklyn transform.
A lot of these big-time developers, they're usually non-black, and the people most affected by gentrification, negatively affected by gentrification, are black, Latinos, and underclass people. So it could be a combination of race and class.
Well, by using the word gentrification, you already set up what it's about. When you're gentrifying, the word gentry is getting rid of the lower class and bringing in a higher class. So if you want to talk about, just look at the words urban renewal, what that meant. And you knew what urban renewal meant. So gentrification has that same parallel, and it's not a good thing.
The new wave of Brooklyn residents are also aware of the changes, but they have their respective reasons for migrating to the borough.
We do movies and TV, and we work in film production, so it's like this or LA, and we fell in love with New York pretty quick.
Brooklyn has more of an independent sort of scene where it's not as industry-based, so it's not like everybody's working on films, it's just an art culture in general that we're really drawn to, and I think we wanted the access to all the versatility that Brooklyn provided.
However, even as outsiders looking in, they don't necessarily view the process of gentrification as a positive thing.
I generally see gentrification as a bad thing, and it's hard to justify it except for a certain demographic. It benefits much more than others. And we had an Airbnb host talking about how the gentrification process is damaging to her and her neighborhood. So personally, I don't see too much benefit in gentrification besides the potential of a more middle class environment, but that can also translate to a negative thing more than anything else, if that makes sense.
Okay, that will wrap up this segment. Once again, this is Jade Whiteside reporting for NYFA News.